Sober Girls Yoga by the Mindful Life Practice. Hi yogis, welcome back to the Grounded for Absolute Beginners series. My name is Alex and this is our third session today. So for this practice, we will need 2 yoga blocks. You can also use a thick book and a yoga strap or an alternative. So you can bring your body to a comfortable shape. And just lengthen up through the spine and soften the shoulders. And then just take deep breaths in and out. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, arrive in this moment. And I want to invite you to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. So in the last session, we learned belly breathing, and now we're going to expand that into 2-part breathing. So you're going to breathe into the belly, and then breathe into the heart. Emptying from the belly, and then from the heart. Inhale, belly, heart. Exhale, belly, heart. Keep going like this. My question for you today is, when the world feels chaotic, what can you do to ground yourself? And if you like to place your hand on the earth, connecting to the earth, grounding, let this be an intentional moment to ground down to the earth beneath you, holds you, supports you here. And then gather your energy at heart center. Big breath in. When you exhale, pass the palms all the way down to the base of the belly and then breathe the arms up. Reach them over to the right. Then come all the way up, over to the left. Lift the arms up, release your grip. Pivot so your left palm is on your right knee, right fingertips behind you. Inhale, both arms up. Twist the opposite way. And then breathe both arms up towards the sky. Gather the palms at the heart center. And we'll transition onto the hands and the knees. So you'll place the palms underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and then move through a few cat-cows. Inhale to expand and open, create space. Exhale to curl, coil, contract. Do a few like this. Come all the way through center. Leave your left knee where it is. Reach your right leg behind you. Take an inhale. Stay where we are. Try to keep your hips level and try to feel that your spine is in its neutral. It's anatomical neutral. So we're going to have this tendency to want to like dump out into a back bend. I want you to engage your core and just kind of feel your hips level and then your spine in anatomical neutral, and then land your left palm and just explore this balance. See how it feels. See how it lingers and lands in your body. One more breath. And then land your right knee on the mat. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then we'll go the opposite way. So lengthen your left leg. Press through both palms. Try to find that anatomical neutral. Take some deep breaths in and out. And then land your left knee onto the mat. Let's do one more inhale. One more exhale. And then from the tabletop pose, walk the palms forward. So again, you are making this low plank shape, yeah? So the difference is here we're up in a table, our hips are stacking above the knees. Here we're walking the hands about one palm print, maybe a bit more further, and then shifting forward until we have one long line from the shoulders all the way to the knees. Now, when you go down towards the mat, I want you to feel your elbows drawing back as your body lowers all the way down onto the earth. And then take the fingertips off the mat. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower. Palms underneath the shoulders, lift up, and come all the way back to your down dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then let's do it again. So come all the way forward. Land your knees onto your mat. Slowly lower all the way down. Elbows coming close to the body. And then take the fingertips off the mat. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, lower. Take the palms underneath the shoulders and then push through a tabletop and come all the way back to your down dog. Let's do this practice one more time on your own, following your own breath. Now we're going to make our way all the way up to our downward facing dog. And then this time from the down dog, we're going to explore entering our warrior pose in a different way. So I want to give you a few options here. First, let me show you what I'm about to do. So what I'm about to do is lift my right leg up towards the sky and take a big step forward with my right foot in. Now, this can be quite a challenging move for people with longer legs, for people that are learning yoga for the first time, maybe having some mobility challenges. So I want to give you an option. You can try putting blocks underneath your hands just to give your body a little bit of lift. Or you could just not do it at all and just take a normal step back like we did in the first couple classes. So you choose what works best for you. We're going to land onto the left heel, find that 45-degree angle, and then lift your arms up to arrive in your warrior one. Arms are reaching up overhead and you're settling your gaze. And then when you are ready, you're going to gather your palms at the heart center and then start to shift weight onto your right foot. Find your warrior three. Now, options here. You can have palms at heart center. You can reach the arms to the side. We even have our blocks handy today, so your hands can even be on your blocks, and that can be a really beautiful way to really focus on finding your alignment. Notice that your left hip is level with the right, just like we practiced on tabletop. It's the same thing here. We're trying to keep our left hip level with the right, our toes pointing down. Take a few breaths, gazing towards the earth. And now what you're going to do is take a big step back with your left foot and lift the arms all the way up. And then open up to a warrior two. So all we're doing now is we're just adding on. So it's the same 3 poses that we did in the last class, but now we're linking them all together and turning them into what's almost called a vinyasa. So vinyasa refers to linking movement with breath and breath with movement, or placing in an intentional order. Now, option to linger in stillness, if that is what you feel would ground you best right now. And if you want to go with the flow with me, we're going to inhale, reverse the warrior. Left palm lands on the thigh, and then exhale the elbow to the thigh. Reach the left arm overhead. Let's do this 3 more times. Two more. Last one. Lift the arms all the way up. And then windmill palms to the mat. You're going to frame your foot. And you can step directly back to a down dog. Or you might move through a vinyasa flow. And I'm going to come all the way forward, land my knees. I'm just going to move my blocks to the side so that they're not in the way for the next thing. Come all the way forward, slowly lower down. Take the palms off the mat. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, lower down. Take the palms underneath the shoulders, lift up. Come all the way back to your down dog. Step the feet in, take a few breaths. And then let's explore the opposite way. So take your left foot up, step the left foot forward. Now, if you need it, you might use your hand to get the foot forward, or you can always have hands on the blocks. I think sometimes we have this thing with blocks and props. We think that they are like our enemies and they make us beginners or worse at yoga, but blocks are our friends. Props are our friends. They help make otherwise inaccessible poses accessible, which is cool and useful. Let's land our right heel. So we're coming into that 45-degree angle, pressing through your feet, lift the arms up. So warrior one is what is referred to as a closed hip pose. And it's closed hip because your hips are pointing towards the front of the mat. Settle your gaze. Take deep breaths in and out. And then just gather your palms at your heart center, trust weight onto the left foot, move your body into a warrior three. Maybe hands are together, maybe they're flying outwards, maybe you're even using your blocks to support you. Just find what works best for your body today. With the knowledge that we all wobble. Sometimes if you fall, you get back up and it's all good, right? Let's take one more breath. And then take a big step back with your right foot. Lift your arms back, left arm forward, right arm back. Find your warrior two. And then I invite you to move with your breath. Inhale, reverse. exhale, elbow to the knee. We'll do it a few more times. And now eventually you're going to come all the way up. And then just windmill your palms to the mat and frame your foot. And then take a big step with your left foot back, coming all the way to your plank, knees on the mat. Again, I'm just going to move my blocks to the side so that they're not in the way. And then lower all the way down onto the earth. And now what you're going to explore today is taking the palms alongside your hips. Now see if you can lift up, keeping your pelvis heavy and your belly light, and you just lift your heart and point your toes. Linger here for 3, for 2, and then 1. And then slowly lower down. You can just rest a cheek. Perhaps you bend the knees. Rock the feet from side to side. And then let's come all the way into neutral and just rest your feet. Press the palms underneath the shoulders. Lift all the way up. Tuck the toes, come all the way up and back to your downward facing dog. Now let's bend our knees, take our gaze forward, and we're going to step our feet all the way up to meet our hands. Take your inhale to halfway lift. Take your exhale to fold. And then breathe your body, lift the arms all the way up to stand. And then gather the palms at the heart center. So we'll explore one more balancing pose. This is our Vrikshasana, our tree. Land your left foot. Open your toes to the side. Land the foot either on the ankle or the shin, or maybe on the thigh. And then just connect the palms together. Settling your gaze. And you can imagine that your roots are almost growing deep into the earth, grounding you here. Taking one more breath. And then we're going to land the right foot and then switch the opposite way. So open your left knee to the side, land your left foot either on the ankle or the shin or maybe on the thigh, and then just press the palms together. Let's take one more breath. And then land your left foot. Take an inhale, lift your arms all the way up towards the sky. Take an exhale, fold. Now take your inhale, halfway lift. And you're going to exhale to lower. We're going to explore something new and see how it goes. So you're going to wiggle your toe mounds out, your heels in, and then just bend through the knees and see if you can sit down into a squat. And it's okay if you cannot make it all the way down. And if you want to sit on a block or even roll up the mat behind you, go ahead. We're just going to be here for a few breaths. Pressing your palms together. And then gently come into a seated position, and we're going to take our soles of feet together and let our knees open wide. This is called Baddha Konasana. If you want to, you might place your blocks underneath your knees if you're feeling like it's a lot of tension to hold your knees upright. And then just press the palms into the soles of the feet. Maybe you can give your little feet a little massage, lengthening up through the spine. Just exploring how this lands in your body today. And then just release that grip. And then gently roll all the way down onto the back, taking your block, taking your yoga strap nearby. Place the block between the thighs. And again, we're going to press through the feet and lift the hips up. Find your bridge. And then you can either make this a moving meditation, lifting and lowering the hips, or maybe you just decide you want to stay in stillness and bridge, and either way, it's up to you. This practice is about coming home. Coming home to yourself, getting grounded by yourself and for yourself. That's what this is all about. So you choose what suits you. Let's just lift the hips all the way up, breath in. And then slowly lower the hips all the way down. And then we're just going to slide that block to the side. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Push the right palm into the right thigh. Stay. Or maybe you lift all the way up, interlacing the palms on the thigh or the shin. Good. Taking one more breath. And then just land the left foot, land the right foot, and then we'll switch the other way. So you can cross the ankle, push the left palm into the left thigh, stay here. Or lift up. Now we're going to release the right foot, release the left foot. Take your yoga strap and extend your left leg and hook the strap around the right foot. So we're going to add a little bit on to this today. So taking about 5 breaths with your strap lengthened, your leg lengthened. And then just take the strap into the right palm and reach the right foot all the way over to the right. And you can have your left palm as a little anchor on the left hip. And then let's just lift the left leg all the way up. And then switch the strap into the left palm and take the right foot all the way over to the left. And maybe you gaze over the right shoulder, just taking a few breaths. And then lifting the right leg all the way up, and just pause for a moment with your right leg extended alongside your left. What do you feel different between both sides? And we'll travel the opposite way. So take your strap around your left foot and lengthen through the leg. Take some deep breaths in and out. And then take the strap into the left foot. We're going to open the left leg to the side. Take some deep breaths in and out. And then just allow the left leg to come all the way back through center and switch it up. So you pass the strap into the right palm, and then you reach the left foot all the way over to the right. You can gaze over the left shoulder. Let's just lift that left leg all the way back up through center. Lengthen the left leg alongside the right. You can place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And let this be your moment to totally let go. Revisiting that question. When the world feels chaotic, what can you do to get grounded, to stay grounded? And know that I'm going to bring you back from this Shavasana when the time is up. Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkava mabu leila. Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkava mabu leila, Ishkavamapu Lela. Giving your body a wake up wiggle. Nice long stretch from your fingertips all the way through your toes. You can curl your knees into your chest. Give your body a sweet little hug. Slowly making your way up to that seated shape, crisscross, no rush, no hurries, no worries. Perhaps you revisit hand on the heart, hand on the belly, breath into the belly, breath into the heart. Empty from the belly, empty from the heart. And we'll do it again. Breath into the belly, breath into the heart. Exhale belly, exhale heart. Gathering that grounded energy from the planet Earth. And then scooping it all up inwards together. We close our practice with our intention. It's the ancient intention. It is the original intention, and it was passed with love from the heart of my teacher, and I pass it onwards to you. And it's that our practice remain consistent, and that our efforts are constant. And that it helps and heals and it serves and it benefits not just us as individuals, but our collective society as a whole. May all beings be healthy. May they all be happy and free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives every day contribute towards this. So let's finish with an Om sound. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in to make an Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Thank you so much, yogis. Thank you for being here, sharing the space and the practice. I am so grateful for each one of you. Thank you, thank you. Light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you.